So, welcome back. Now we're gonna meet a really adventurous speaker. She's passionate about design, but also kite surfing. Wow. And she really thinks that kite surfing is influencing her work with design, innovation, and sustainability. And she just got here from Italy, her second home since many years. And she's going to talk about a project called Circle Loop. And it's a project that aims to help companies and individuals in Italy, but mostly in Lithuania, to design products with circularity in mind. So please welcome Ruta Valushite. Give her a hand. Welcome, Ruta. Here, do you want to?
Yeah,
say?
thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, buongiorno, good morning. So I'm firstly pleased to meet you and happy to be here. As already presented, I will speak about design and will share some thoughts about what is design in our next economy and share some learnings from my project, our project. But first, as mentioned in the introduction, I have two passions in my life. So one is design, and the second one is water sports, especially kite surfing, which actually it's not just fun, but it keeps connected me to nature and reminds me why we have to design for it. Of course, why? Because we have to understand because we cannot dominate the nature, we can coexist. So we cannot break the wave, we can surf it. So that is why in my work and in my research, I'm focusing a lot on sustainability. And of course, don't worry, sustainability doesn't mean that we have to come back to the Ice Age, or Stone Age. It really means to find some smarter ways to organize our economy, our life, right? And I believe, and I'm convinced that here design plays a huge, it makes a huge impact and is important to make it happen. Well, so today we are heading to this future economy. For now, it is described as sustainable, circular, regenerative economy, right? But I prefer actually to call it economics because actually maybe sustainability is not always related only to circularity right now. It is a very important and very popular term, but we are speaking actually about new kind of economy, right? So this new economy for now is described as an industrial system that is restorative or regenerative by intention and design. So it is underlined actually. It means that we have to redesign everything, how we think, how we work, how we live, how we have fun, right? And it is true. Actually, everything is designed, products, services, experiences, processes, everything that has that interaction with human beings and man-made environment, right? And over 80% of these products, services, experiences, success and environmental impact is actually defined and determined at the early design stage, while it requires actually only 20% of a budget of that product service experience. Well, but usually designers for now are receiving these kind of requests for projects. I've prepared a business model, so maybe can you design a nice leaflet or can you design a nice product shape, etc., etc. And this is a designer, of course. Why? Because it's sort of like using only 5% of professional camera functions, so the same counts for design. The etymology of design goes back to Latin, which means designare, design, which means to do something, to distinguish it with a sign, give it a meaning, designate in relation to other things, owners, users. Design is making sense instead, making sense of things, processes, whatever. And today it is making sense of circular economy. Why? Because of course, as said at the early design stage, we define everything, how this product or service will be produced, delivered, consumed, used, reused, and circle back loop to the market to close the loop. Well, so how does it work? Mainly through product service systems, which combine smart design solutions across 4 innovation levels, which are production, material, product, service, and system, right? 4 levels. And we are combining these smart design solutions in order to meet both planet and user needs, right? The inspiration actually can come from any layer, but it is important to underline that focusing only on production and product level, which is a more technical approach, is not enough. A systemic approach integrating all levels is a must. It makes a real impact. So the more systemic the design is, the higher is the circularity. So one example is Mud Jeans. With this company, you can lease a jeans. After 12 months, the jeans is yours if you want, but during that period, you can repair the jeans free of charge. You can change to another model. Why? Because they spotted the problem that users usually have a lot of jeans because I bought one, the model is not okay, maybe it's not comfortable, there are piles of jeans in every home. So what we said, okay, we can solve this problem and we can offer the service. So you can change, you can do whatever you want, but you do not have a pile of jeans in your home. And underneath that, there is a sort of combination of 2 strategies here, in the production level and in the service level, meaning that this company has the in-house jean recycling technology, which is a technical level, production level, but it's not enough to make it circular case. By adding the service, they give more flexibility to users, but at the same time, they somehow help themselves to have a better circular material supply. So this is how these 2 strategies work together to really close the loop. Therefore, circular and regenerative innovation is said to be possible only when design is applied across the entire process or strategy of the business model and the company. So as shown in the design ladder, yet many design intentions today focus just on the first and the second. So this is the challenge, let's say, the real life situation now. So that is why 4 years ago at Kaunas University of Technology, we launched the project called CircLoop. It was funded by Lithuanian Research Council to bring theory to practice. This one was the main goal of the call and the project. So we collaborated here with Politecnico di Milano, Lithuanian Strategic Design Agency Critical, Design Library Kaunas. So these are the main partners which helped us to reach the goal. And well, while there is a plenty of theory actually on circular economy, it is still too much complex and fragmented for companies to apply it. So we were targeting this gap, actually asking how we can help them and how we can somehow concentrate everything in one place and make it more user-friendly. And also, most importantly, many overlook design as a key driver for circular innovation. And also, designers need to update their skills for this transition. So therefore, we targeted these elements. And we have, as a result, we created a platform that helps users to design more circular products and services. I'll dive into the contents a little bit more soon, but first I would like to mention one thing. In this project, we have embraced do more with less approach in the entire project, let's say, doing everything. So the brand, for example, uses Arial font, and it can be typed with the keyboard, so meaning anyone can type the logo. And also communication materials rely on Arial and existing clipboard images and easy to edit templates of Word and PowerPoint to be used not only by designers but also for everyone, so accessible to everyone. And it was really handy because we were working in the interdisciplinary team of managers, environmental engineers, IT sector guys, and of course designers. So we have tried out this approach, and everyone was very happy that we could do a poster or whatever by their own. And of course also the website, minimalistic design, etc., etc. While this might seem basic from design perspective, it drives with its brand sustainability approach. Well, so now let's dive more into contents. Circuloop approach involves, first of all, zooming in and zooming out from product to system levels. The toolbox includes a digital platform with training materials, resources, and most importantly, circular idea form, which is a kind of questionnaire with key categories, 10 key categories essential to design for circular economy, to take into consideration. And once completed the form, the user gets a systemic map of his product or service, which he's designing, helping to zoom out and to see better the system of his product and service. And also, thanks to this questionnaire, we can filter within the platform the most relevant contents to that specific project. The training materials drive in circular design mindset, blending knowledge, technical know-how, and practical skills. They are packed with case studies, exercises to be engaging. But most importantly, the project offers the circular design journey program, where participants practically apply everything. So it's not just a theory, it's hands-on, on-practice experience. And the program includes workshops, mentoring, consultancy, and may serve as a pre-accelerator for circular design. It follows the process itself, it follows the triple diamond design thinking process, which has been reforged together with researchers of our team, taking into consideration designing for circular economy as the, let's say, the standard design thinking process has been created with the, let's say, linear model in mind. So one of the biggest work was to research and to understand each of these process steps and what is changing in the circular economy. And of course, hosting zooming in and zooming out approach So first cycle focuses on generating solutions, and second one drives into product development, circular business model, branding, etc. The CMAP, as we call it, is the canvas designed to help you to zoom out. It's based on the circular idea form integrated into the platform, initially filled out by the user, and then during the circular design journey, continuing to work, understanding which might be actions in operational, network, user levels, etc., and taking into consideration these 10 categories that we have in our questionnaire. And the design journey also includes 8 workshops, each with hands-on tasks and guided by custom design canvases. So each of them has tools designated to each step. And they're built seeking user friendliness as much as possible, not to get lost in the complex process. And it's all about getting you from, let's say, circular intention, as we call it, to circular action. Well, so the entire toolbox that I have presented now has been tested out with participants from various industry sectors. We had 16 participants, and as a result, at the end of the project, 2 registry designs of selected projects. So it has been a very intense but very interesting journey. And the participants were super inspired by this circular design journey. And what we have learned from the program is that there is no perfect recipe, let's say, for perfect circularity, of course, but there is always a unique recipe that makes sense for a specific product, activity, or project. And finally, of course, we can confirm that design leadership is a must here, is a must for the transition, as participants that did not have designers in their team really struggled to come up with elaborated solutions that make sense for circularity. So let me share a couple of examples. So first one is Le Manet. It is a small studio which is working on high-level handbags. We are already committed to sustainability because using sustainable materials, avoiding waste, etc., etc. But their focus in this project was enhancing their best-selling handbag, featuring on the left, which was the starting point of the project, of their project. The main sustainability challenge in this case was metal fittings, because they are produced and shipped, etc. So in order to solve this, the KTU researchers found a way how to use the remaining residual waste of their production to produce a 3D filament, which is then used to produce 3D printed fitting parts. So at this stage, we had also to think about redesigning their purse because these parts are bigger and they don't fit to the previous design. And also we have thought about, of course, the service which can help repair products and take them back from the users. The second one is Tiny Camper. We spotted a common issue, of course, in camper industry that traditional campers are made from unsustainable materials and don't last long. And also people have to change them. So what's their solution? Modular interiors and eco-friendly materials. Their camper is compact and super customizable. So it's making a hit to solo travelers, couples, and small families. And they provided plenty of customization options and organizing the campers in 3 main categories analyzed and based by needs of their users. But most importantly, what's the hit here, that we thought about the community. So the camper community is very, very strong, actually. We are traveling, doing water sports, or just traveling around the world. So it is a very close and connected community. So what they have thought out, that they can create a marketplace where they can provide services. They can also let community to exchange parts, to buy used parts, and also they are sharing their furniture and all equipment digital files, so community can just produce themselves what they need. So in this way, they are empowering the community, making their projects part of the community, and in this way also making their project more sustainable. So these cases show how design actually is integrated in the entire strategy of a business model, but also how these kind of technical solutions are designed on purpose to sustain the strategy. So this is how sometimes my colleagues are asking me from management field, for example, okay, strategic design, so how it is different from management, you know? I say this is why it is different, because a designer, a strategic designer, he creates a strategy and then finds the right design solutions to tune everything to work perfectly, which is not possible, unfortunately, in management field. So, well, time to solve it, I would say. And just for closing, what about you and your company or your clients? Probably you or your clients are asking, which is the recipe, you know? So it is very simple. It's important it's enough to allocate at least 20% of the budget and find a designer. If one uses this recipe, I'm sure their project or products or services will soon become sustainable and successful in this new economy. So in any case of a question, I'm happy to hear and meet you and discuss. So drop a line. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ruta. So inspiring to listen to you. And of course, she will stay for lunch, so you can grab her and continue the discussion. Just one question, because now we're going to have a panel. So what is your vision for a circular future?
Oh, good question, but difficult to answer. I think I'm not sure if we can have a vision. We can have many visions and feeling what kind of future we would like to see in future economy. But it's kind of, I see it like, you know, drifting. I really like this example because it's also like an action invented by Italians in automobile sports, where a car is like not going well, like slipping, and you cannot do anything, only just adjust the wheel not to go out the road. So I think we are living in kind of a similar situation, where one of the most important things is, of course, to imagine and to feel the better future and be able to drift, because there is no other way to do small adjustments all the time, looking around and let's say to respond to situation. Yeah, I think.
A great answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.